Welcome to the G52 podcast, your Horus Heresy safe space, a place for bullshit and bad hobby advice. So if you want to join in, like our Facebook page, Geno52 Podcast, join our Facebook group, Geno52 Podcast, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Geno52 Podcast, or drop us an email, Geno52podcast@gmail.com. Always remember, the Geno52 Podcast does contain adult humour.
Geno52 is sponsored by Incom Gaming, the new centre for tabletop wargaming in Gloucestershire. Visit incomgaming.co.uk for great savings on pre-orders and all your hobby needs. We stock many gaming systems and hobby accessories and can ship to anywhere in the UK. Incom Gaming is the only UK stockists of the market-leading gaming mats from gamemats.eu. Visit the store and check out how to turn your tabletop into a battlefield. Incom Gaming is based in the centre of Cheltenham and offers tables and scenery for casual and organised play with a fully licensed bar. Check out our events page for upcoming events where everyone is welcome. Save an additional 10% on Games Workshop Heresy products by using the code GENO52 at the checkout. Visit incomgaming.co.uk and help fight the betrayal. Incom Gaming. Come game, shop, drink. To shop elsewhere is heresy.
Hello and welcome to the bonus episode of the Geno52 podcast. We're invading your ear holes once again. I know we said we'd do a monthly show, but there's been some exciting news the last week or so. You heard us all get suitably drunk and excited about the details of the Prospero box. Well, turns out the fucking thing's coming out now, isn't it? So here at the Geno, we've been working behind the scenes to bring you something special. So we're going to drop a little short episode in your ears and give you some details of what we've been working on. But as always, I'm joined by Nick.
Hello.
And Stu.
Hello.
And we've also managed to summon the Goblin Green square-based Elf Lord himself, Mr. Incom Gaming, Chip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Chip, as you probably have heard mentioned a few times on our show, he is the man behind Incom Gaming. You've probably seen me post spammy pictures about when I go down there and he gives me beer and I throw dice on a Tuesday night. And he also runs his little pop-up shop. So we've been working with Chip on a bit of a deal. But before we go into the deal, let's hear from the man himself then, Chip. Go on, give us a bit of intro into you and Incom Gaming.
Me and Incom Gaming, or me and my gaming history?
Oh, whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, let's give me some credibility here, first of all, shall we?
You've got no credibility.
How I got into gaming. Well, I used to build a load of models in my bedroom, like every little boy did at school. Spitfires, tanks, boats. One day, walking home from school, I went into the local newsagents to nick some chocolate bars, and saw this magazine called White Dwarf. Picked it up, and I think it's issue 106. So 1989, picked up a White Dwarf, and OMG.
Stole that?
No, I actually paid for it. I actually paid for that one.
Good, then.
It was, yeah, actually looked really good. I actually paid for that one. And never, ever built another Airfix model since.
Did you only take the White Dwarf because you couldn't reach the top shelf?
Yeah, we used to go get the top shelf stuff from underneath the railway bridge, wherever we used to dump them. It used to be like used to be a library that the school had. People used to just borrow and drop magazines there.
Has it been square-based Goblin Green Eldar from there on out, has it?
I do not have one square base in my army. They're all round, but they are Goblin Green. Because most of my army was painted in the mid-90s when the Eldar first dropped. So I've got a lot of the metal figures, and I've only just too much to finish painting. It's never quite got around to finishing the army, and all I seem to do is keep adding to it, which is a bit annoying. But so I'm on my third incarnation of my craft world, which I've still yet to give a name, and I'm still collecting. I haven't stopped painting ever. Never stopped reading the books. Did the whole youth thing where everyone grew up, went out and got drunk, didn't have people to play with. So about 4 years ago, some friends were saying that, we want to get into gaming and they want to get into, they've seen this Warhammer stuff. And I said, well, I've got a pub. Let's go have some games at a pub. So we started having a couple of games. And then some other friends I bumped into some other people that come to Club regularly, Dale and his brother Mark. who are now my stepbrothers. Oh, yeah. So you can pick your friends, but not your family. And it sort of started, should we make this public? And then, oddly enough, one of the first people that popped up was Nick French.
That's why I'm always amazed.
He was there in the very early days before we moved out of the back rooms.
The first ever event wasn't even
public.
Hey, we were playing the four of us. We were playing Drop Zone.
Dreadfully? No. Oh yeah, we played Drop Zone, didn't we? That night.
Yeah,
that's with Alistair. Yeah,
we played Drop Zone. That's what spawned Pork Chop Gaming, wasn't it? That's where Pork
Chop. From that, we me and Dale sort of got together and we thought, well, let's sort of make us a bit more of an official club. Sort of come up with an idea, come up with a bit of branding, just put it out there on Facebook. When I come along, I thought I'll open the pub, sell some beer, and play some games again at last. Finally get around to finishing off some of the models that are sat here half painted. No, I'm no further forward. I'm still looking at 20 based Guardians that are half painted at varying levels, and an Eldrad who's never been finished and never will, because there's a new one I've got to do now. So
there's a really good commission painter, who could probably do some for you.
Yeah.
I don't have any Goblin Green though.
Yeah,
I'm not stuck in the 90s.
I was going to say, have you not spoken to Roby?
Do you know? My dream would be to rebase my army at the moment, because the last couple of models I finally finished, I've enjoyed the base that I've done. But to suddenly go take 150, 200, 25mm bases, take them all off, clean them all up, or do something is like, I got too many Wave Serpents to paint first before I start thinking about that.
Keep the Goblin Green. Keep it real.
It is for now. Yeah. So as Pork Chop got more and more popular, last year I went for an interview with Games Workshop for the local shop manager's job, and they said, "No, fuck off your shit." So on the way home, I always had a dream of opening a gaming centre.
You cried a lot.
Well, no, on the way home, I actually thought close call in hindsight, because I don't like being constrained by other people's rules, and some of the things that come out in the interview, I was like, well, how would you expect people to come in your shop? So on the way home, the wife said, well, why don't we just do it in the pub? The pub's not open every day of the week. We can start off in the pub. So we created Incom Gaming with a view to it leaving the pub at some point, going somewhere and making its own bar, and with a load of tables that we can do events or go down, get drunk, throw dice at each other and call each other cunts.
So Incom's
the essence of gaming.
Yeah, Incom's that's pretty much how I got told about. How long have I come to Pork Chop? About 2 years, I think, since I got back into it. And I was basically told I could go to the pub, I could have a beer, and I could swear at anybody. Because when I started getting back into wanting to play gaming, my only real experience was going to a Games Workshop, and I thought, don't really want to be nearly 30.
I used to work there as a part-timer, and we used to get told off for swearing.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't really want to go in there on a Saturday and play with all the kiddies.
But that's the future of gaming. That's
I know, but I'm not the future of gaming, and I'm quite happy to accept that. And I'm allowed Games Workshop to have the future. I want a beer, and it needs to be on a night when, I don't have commitments to look after things. So Tuesday nights at Pork Chop has just become a standard.
Yeah,
and it's
and it has for a lot of people. It's like a pilgrimage.
Yeah, it's quite. I mean, what were we saying on Tuesday? We reckon there was at least eight 6x4 tables out playing various games, couple of 30Ks, couple of 40Ks, X-Wing, tanks.
There's tanks going on, D&D, Magic.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
that's where all the chicks go, though. All the chicks are sat up in the Magic area.
Yeah, that's why I'm selling on my face. Yeah.
Yeah, don't you remember, Nick, the last time you actually played me down there, you got distracted for about 20 minutes by the fact there was a girl playing Magic and you couldn't cope with it.
Females.
You can tell he's married now.
Yeah. So what does Incom sell then? What sort of stuff are you selling through there now?
So Incom is a independent retailer, so anything I can get my hands on. So it does all the generic stuff that you expect any independent retailer to do. So everything from Mantech, Warlord, Corvus Belly, Night Models, Fantasy Flight, selling scenery, paints. So we've got access to all the Games Workshop paints. Just got all the new Games Workshop racks in, so we've got all the paints that they do, which ironically a lot of the Games Workshops don't seem to have, which I'm quite surprised about.
Yeah.
We've got access to Army Painter, ABVLO. There's a lot of stuff to load on the website. So we created the store about a year ago, The website went live in about January, I think it was.
Yeah.
January, February, the website went live. And I seem to spend every waking hour making products live and putting more and more products in without finishing off all the products that are actually in the till. So a lot of it's on the till. I just haven't got around to nicking an image off someone's website, which the nice thing is most companies will let you nick their images and say, yeah, please do use our descriptions, use our blurbs, use our pictures. But Games Workshop said, do not touch anything about us. Oh, okay. That's handy. So I almost have to wait for someone to buy a box for it to come in, for me to take a picture, to make a picture, to then go do a bit of reading their blurb, trying to think of an interesting way of making it sound just as cool and just as descriptive, and then making a product live. So even though it's not on the website, I can usually get hold of a lot of stuff. But then you three constantly seem to ask for things that is rarer than rocking horse shit.
Well, you started doing was it recently? I wanted like Cromlech or something.
I put up a post about February of all the things that I had access to daily, and in that was Skibble, Cromlech, ABVLO, loads of little plastic craft, miniature rounds, loads of little suppliers. And that was a generic post, and I don't think many people have read it because no one ever reads information on things. If it's not there in front of you, people sort of think you can't do it. And then people were sort of sniffing around the other day that, I wanted some Cromlech bits. I said, well, I get that. And they're, oh, can you? I said, well, yeah, I did put a post up a while back. And so since then, I've imported all the Cromlech and all the Skibble bits and started testing the suppliers. And they're just as useless as everybody else, to get some bits in. So the dozer blades that Dale was very happy about are now on the shelf, and lo and behold, someone
they look really cool. So you
they do actually, and they're cheaper than what you get off eBay. So I'm trying to sort of create a place where people can click and collect. So you click on you buy it on a Tuesday, collect it on a Saturday, come in, have a cup of coffee, have a beer, sit down with like-minded people. I really want to get the Saturday of release of White Dwarfs to be a really sort of community-led day. Where people all sort of rush in, they meet up at 10 o'clock, almost like a Macmillan coffee morning for nerds. Come in, grab your White Dwarf, open it up in front of everybody, and all sit there and swear and shout about all the cool things that are coming, all the things that they got wrong. I'm just trying to create a community, and off the back of that, pay my mortgage. And,
I've found generally if I want something, if it's not on the website, I shoot you a message, and the general reply is, yeah, I can order it. It'll be here in however many
I'm doing that at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm getting messages. And as long as I've got an internet signal and I've got a spreadsheet with my suppliers I use, I can normally give an answer quite quick. It doesn't take me too long to work out.
Yeah, I mean, for the guys who are interested in going and looking at it, we'll give you the website details in a minute. If it's like I said, if it's not on the website, just send Chip a message. There's Incom Gaming's Facebook page. Go and give that a like, send him a message, just ask him for everything. Get him to order one thing from every different supplier. He loves that when I do that to him. So, just make sure you get him really awkward. But, generally you pretty much order anything. I mean, you say you want people coming in and collecting, but you do plenty of post out as well.
Yeah, we do postage. The postage thing's been a nightmare to sort out because you have to be shifting tons of stuff to get decent rates. So we've had to sort it up. But the one thing that's pushing that, and it was like, well, what can I do that's a little bit different to everybody else? And through the club, we had dealings with Game Mat EU in the Czech Republic, who make game mats. Oddly enough, good name for a company actually, really. And we bought some off him as a club. And I said, look, have you got a UK distributor? And he was like, no. And I said, well, I'm starting a shop. Do you want a UK distributor? And he said, yep. So we hammered out bits and bobs, and we sorted out some way of shipping 30, 40 mats at a time, which really pisses off the DHL driver when he has to carry them all down the road. And we so our thing that was no one else is doing is we started stocking a good quality gaming mat from inside the UK. So we usually post the same day or the next day. I mean, even if it means me getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning, quickly whizzing down, packing up a parcel, taking it to the post office, and then spending the day with my kids. Run out whenever we can. We got a. Cool. The problem is what seems to really annoy people is the fact that I sort of have to wait every 2-3 months. I'll do a resupply, So I'll put mats up on a pre-order price to almost sell them before I get them in, and then people, say, right, it's going to be ready mid-October, and then people are like, well, it's not here. Well, no, because it's stuck in customs, because the shipping company went bust, or a load of people in Calais broke into the lorry, and it's now stuck in customs, having immigrants pulled out of the boot. It is. Yeah. It's like today's parcel of the new game, the resupply of the gaming tables and resupply of mats that were due at the end of September were stuck in Calais because the lorry had been pulled over for immigrants breaking in and trashing the lorry. Apparently, I've been assured that the mats are all fine, but they're now holding the lorry because they think the lorry driver was involved.
But
great, thanks a lot, guys.
Generally, when you order mats and you're ordering big chunks in,
Yeah.
So I mean, I've been upstairs in poked in your store of mats, and there's usually 20, 30 mats up there, isn't there, at any one time?
Yeah,
so it's not like you're going to order
and
every mat you're going to wait for. It might be a specific one that.
And you can, and I'd love to have a stock of 50 of each, and hopefully it'll carry on building stock up. And the irony is, when I go get a mat that I think is going to be popular, it doesn't sell for 6 weeks, and I end up with 10 of the bloody things, and then everything else sells, and then so I go get a load of those in, and then when I've had sat there for 2 months, they all sell, really, and I didn't. I looked around. I spoke to Fat Matt and stuff, and I just thought that the details on the game map were just so much better. They just seem so much crisper, and
I don't know why they don't get as much. I do know why. It's because of the tie-ins that other companies have with different shows and things. And
and
the game
he's a new company as well.
Are amazing. And people who've seen the events we've already done, the 30k events, the 40k events, it's not just the scenery that looks amazing, but it just fits with the mats.
That's it. He's a new company as well, and he's starting to really branch out on his support. So the ETC, he sponsors that. So a lot of tables at the ETC last year were done with his mats. He just sponsored the Allies of Convenience tournament that was this year, so they had a load of mats delivered to that.
I think he did SN battles over in Gibraltar.
Yeah,
he
sent a load to SNN in Gibraltar. So he's really getting his name out there, and they're really nice. And he's constant, and we have a lot of communication about. It's quite nice to be asked my opinion on new mats that he's coming up with. So the new Forgotten Realms mat, we were looking at. I said, well, you ideally need a 3 foot of that for the Malifaux bits and bobs. So he sent me a load of pictures of how to cut the 3 foot out of a 6x4, and I think he's picked a good choice as well.
Yeah,
it's
I mean, I've got 2 at home now, as well as the Realm of Battle tiles, and I don't really want to get the Realm of Battle tiles out anymore. It's just
cumbersome.
Like, and it's rolling dice on them. It just feels, everything slides and it's clunky and it's horrible. But nice battle map down, game map down. It's a nice surface to play on. You don't get the 3D terrain that the game map, the Realm of Battles do, but I find every time you put an infantry model on the side of it just slides down a freaking hill, and you think, oh, that's great. So the game map stuff's really good, isn't it? I think what have we got at the club now at Pork Chop? We must have 10 or 15 of them, haven't we? I mean, nearly every
we've got most of the popular ones, the ones that are more generic and aren't tied specifically to a theme. So there's one that's a very Sigmar theme, and we don't have that many Sigma players, but if people come play stuff, I'll just go take one out. I'll just go upstairs, take one off the shelf, roll it out on the table. There you go. That's what it looks like. Let's play games on it.
See, everybody, this is why you need your gaming club linked with the shop, because whenever I want stuff for games, I just tell Chip to go and get it for me. He takes it out of his stock, and
Well, that's it. I think one of the primary things of a good gaming centre, it has to be quality scenery. Now, the club, we did a lot of scratch building ourselves, but everything now, it's like, the nice thing about having a mat is that you can tailor some scenery to fit it. Yeah. And that would be the nice thing, is to have 20 tables, because we can fit 20 tables in the pub. It's just get us a lot of bloody scenery.
Yeah.
For a tournament, you just need a couple of big line of sight blockers, a couple of bits and bobs around the side. But when you lot all come into club, you seem to want nowhere to be able to drive a rhino down. It's like no straight lines, no fields of fire, half a ton of scenery that you take a forklift to bloody move.
Yeah. And,
which is great, because most people haven't got it all at home, and that's what the club's there for, isn't it? That's what our Pork Chop Gaming is the casual gaming side of Incom, and then the Incom gaming is the more organised play tournament side. So it's a bit more, you get a more competitive player coming along to an Incom event, whereas the Pork Chop is there for people that want to get back in the hobby. I want to come and build some stuff. I want to grab open a box. That's why we've got a lot of demo games available. It's a community-led thing, and that's what I'm sort of trying to build. And I think I'm trying to create a cult.
Yeah, cult chip.
Well,
Cool.
Cult of Incom.
Shall we get on with this deal then? Let's give the boys and girls what they've been waiting for. So, as you're all aware, the Prospero
Drop Fleet
box is
Commander
coming out.
is now out.
Yeah,
It's all about Drop Fleet.
Sorry to say, guys, Heresy's out the window. We're going to play Drop Fleet.
Yeah.
Battlestar what? Who?
Battlestar
Galactica. Or what?
There was a lot of chat in Pork Chop. I'm in the Pork Chop Battlestar Galactica gaming group now.
There seems to be more Pork Chop groups than I know about. It seems to be springing up everywhere. Apparently, there's a
Battlefleet
dungeon.
what?
There's a D&D group. Didn't know about that, and it's like, oh god, I have to get a hold on this. My name's being put to bloody everything.
Nerds everywhere. Anyway,
but yeah, it's just gone midnight.
22nd,
Prospero Burns is available for pre-order practically all over the UK.
Yeah.
But I want you to come see me. It's that simple. Let's come have a beer. Let's grab it. Let's bust it open. Let's have a look at it in a pub on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, I've been hassling Chip for weeks and weeks while the rumours have been growing, saying, what are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this? Basically, I want a box for as cheap as possible. So my way of doing it is to get it as cheap as possible by getting it for all you lot. So what I've basically done for all our listeners now is put the onus on you to buy shit from Chip, because if I don't sell enough of these boxes now, Chip will charge me more money. So do you want to explain what we've come up with then, Chip, the deal we've come up with?
Well, most places do 20% off, don't they? Everyone does 20% off on pre-orders. So, yeah, we'll be doing 20% off on pre-orders. The biggest problem we had was knowing what the box was going to contain and how heavy it was going to be with regards to shipping. I mean, I now know all those details because I got it. I know how heavy it is. I busted it open this week. And it's great.
Weighed it against his own balls to make sure.
Yeah, it's worth 30 of them. So we decided to do 25% off if you come collect in store. Now, you don't have to do that on the day. You can come and get it whenever you want. If you pre-order it and grab a copy, it'll be sat there with the name on it. So 20% off like everybody else. 25% off if you come collect it in store.
Yeah, so 20% off if you have it delivered, 25%.
No, 20% off, yeah, no matter how you do that. You can have it delivered, you can come collect it or whatever. You're an idiot if you can't take the difference on the 20% and the 25 and you come collect it. But the problem is that falls below our minimum postage, and it's quite a heavy box to post. So on this one, if you spend another £30 in store, and that could be on anything, so you can pick up a box of Mark IV Marines, you can pick up some Cataphracti, whatever you need from any range. So you can stick a Drop Fleet Commander in there if you want. Whatever you want will then qualify for free postage. And that'll be posted out on the Friday and will drop with you on the Monday. So the other one we did, and I had to ring up Parcel Force because I was completely miffed by their website because I didn't believe it. But apparently it's only going to be shipped through Parcel Force and UPS because of its weight. So the other one, apparently it's £27 to have a parcel delivered on a Saturday. I was like, you're having a laugh, aren't you? And he's like, no, you're having a laugh. So we managed to come up with one. So 20% off plus the postage and stuff. So £110, you can have it delivered to you on the Saturday, which I thought, wow, if you've got access to anywhere, unless you're in the Outer Hebrides, is not a great offer. Yeah. So I thought, well, fuck it. If I'm paying the postage and I can put quite a lot in that, let's throw a mat in there as well. So you can have a Prospero Burns box and a 6x4 mat delivered to you on the Saturday for £155, which is effectively the box, Saturday delivery, and a mat for an extra tenner.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
That was a way of swallowing up the postage, and you actually on top of that, you can, because the box is so you can put so much in it, you can carry on adding to it. So you can put 2 Prospero boxes in that. So if you just take a 20% off and a normal box and a mat, 2 mats if you want, you can sort of go to town and get an extra mat, £50, and get another box at 20% off, and I'll throw in a free bite. If you do that, I'll throw in a free bag.
Yeah. And
we got a load of free gubbins to give away on the day. So if anybody wants one shipped out, I'll throw in some of the free badges and pins and bits and bobs that we've got coming.
Cool. So basically 20% off pre-orders.
Yep.
Delivered, but you'll probably have to wait a few days for...
Or you pay the extra.
Parcel Force to get the finger out. You can pre-order it at 20% off and pay an extra, was it £30 to get it delivered the next day?
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, if you do that, You're a bit of a fucking mug, but there we go. Whatever you want. You can get 25% off when you pre-order, but you're going to have to come down to the store. And I will say, if you come down to the store, I'm going to be there on Saturday playing a game. There'll be stuff going on. There'll be people making stuff. There'll be paint ranges. There's beer on tap. There's plenty of stuff. So it will be quite cool. You know,
And
I'll
I think
be
I
hanging
might
around.
open early for that one as well.
Cool. So there might even be early opening. So I won't drag my ass out before lunchtime. But, you know, there'll be people about and stuff like that. So there's that. Or if you want a Prospero box and a 6x4 and get that delivered to your house on the day it's released, was it 150 quid?
155.
£155. Now,
And I'll throw a matte bag in that as well.
and you'll throw a matte bag in. And I'll tell you what, the matte bags are quite cool, actually, because I've got mine in matte bags, and it does just keep them rolled up, and you don't have to piss about trying to find somewhere to keep them, and you don't have to fold them. So,
You can hang them up in your wardrobe.
yeah, they're pretty good, because I threw my wife's wedding dress out and hang my mats up, because, you know, priorities and that. So, yeah, I mean, that generally is what we wanted to do, guys. So, Chip, do you want to tell us where we got to go to order this stuff?
Right, incomgaming.co.uk, and it will be the first item in the pre-orders page. So as you go on the website, it will pop up about halfway down on the left-hand side. It'll be the first item. So click on pre-orders. It'll be the number one item because I will move it to the top of the list. And it will be live from about 1 minute past midnight. Because
Awesome.
that's when we're allowed to start taking orders.
Cool. So
And I've only got a definite 40 coming. So these offers are only guaranteed to the first 40.
yeah. So
After that,
it
it becomes whether or not Games Workshop sell out or not. And if I can get more, people will get theirs on the day. If I can't get more, I've been reliably informed they will be with this the week after.
That's cool.
But that's because they're all supposed to come out a week after.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're looking at, getting it out there. Get your order in. There's only, there's effectively 40 to guarantee them for the first day, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you want it, get your order in. 25% off collected is pretty banging. I don't think there's anybody else doing 25% off anywhere. So come on down.
Well, they might do by 12 o'clock today when people listen to this.
It will cause a bit of a panic on the market, but no, it'd be cool. Like I said, guys, come on down, come check out Incom Gaming. Incom Gaming is open Tuesday night, 7 till 10.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be 7 till 10, but you lot stay there till 11:30 talking shit.
Yeah, 7 till whenever Chip has enough and throws us all out. And then Saturday is normally 11 till 6.
11 till 6, but I think on this one I might open at 9.
Yeah, so they might be open. There should be White Dwarfs out that day as well, shouldn't there?
White Dwarfs will be out, so I've asked for more White Dwarfs because I have a feeling I'm going to sell out of those as well.
Yeah,
but I'll do what I normally do, and that's go around to Games Workshop at 10 o'clock and buy half of his.
And
so that you guys have got one.
Is there a discount on the White Dwarfs on the day?
Yeah, White Dwarfs are still up for pre-order, so you get 20% off your White Dwarfs.
Yeah, so if you want to bung that on with your 25% box discount for collecting store, get yourself 20% off your White Dwarf, 25% off your Prospero box. Come in, get the book, get
20%
boxes.
off your White Dwarf.
Yeah, then come in and buy shitloads of paint because to be fair, I've seen your 300 the new paint racks and they are huge. There's every GW paint you could want. Good selection of Vallejo
and the
paint.
new technical paint, new texture paints arrived last week.
You've
got all of those as well.
All the big texture paint. So there's shed loads going on. There's games. Like I said, why not make a day of it? Come and organise yourself a game with a mate. Grab your Heresy armies. Come down. Get a table out. Get your boxes. Have a game. Get loads of stuff. Have a few beers. Generally come.
Or Coke or coffee.
Coke, coffee, whatever. I mean,
not all alcoholics.
If you're a pussy, you can have a soft drink. But no, there's all kinds of stuff on. So come on down. So
family friendly. Everyone welcome.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. We try to be family friendly. Problem is, families don't like us.
Yeah, I know there's idiots like me around, but we do tend to try. It is a family friendly club. If you want to come on a Tuesday night and check out Pork Chop Gaming, over 16s is fine. Under 16s with an adult, isn't it? And,
well, yeah, as we said, me and you had a game this Tuesday, and I whipped your ass.
Yeah, we'll see about that, won't we? When I actually get back to them rules and make sure those outlaws don't win on a 2-up. We'll have
you
fun.
said no formation rules, so I'm bringing Dirty Dar, and I'm being quite fluffy in the fact that I'm not bringing any Wraith, because if I'm going back 10,000 years, everyone's still alive. So we wouldn't have many soul stones to be, waystones to be sticking in dead animatronics.
Oh, there is still quite a few dead Eldar, but let's
Yeah,
not
but
get
not
into
that
a
many.
argument.
Yeah, there was but I'm playing fluffy list.
Only like 95% of the population. But let's not quibble. Let's not quibble.
I've got lots more people to. I've got lots more people to draw from, haven't I? So I've got a very infantry heavy army. So that's quite cool, and tanks.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up there because we could be going on for ages. So as well as going and liking the Geno pages and stuff, go and give Incom Gaming a like on Facebook. Check out the website. There is, if you're interested in the Pork Chop Gaming Club on a Tuesday night, we're on Facebook at Pork Chop Gaming Club. Just give that a search. That's the general group, which has got lots of people asking about lots of different games and all kinds of stuff on. If you're interested in heresy at Pork Chop, if you're in the southwest area, there is a subgroup which is the Pork Chop Horus Heresy group.
Is it?
Come and find out. Yeah, you're in that. You're a freaking administrator of that.
Oh, okay.
I made that, do you? So, yeah, Chips pays attention to what goes on in his club.
There's a lot going around my head at the moment. It's a very busy space. Space.
So yeah, come and give us a like on Facebook. Go and give everyone a like on Facebook. I'd say if you're trying to find the Incom Gaming site, generally on a Tuesday, I put a post up with a few pictures and I've tagged it so you can find it through the Geno page as well.
INCOM gaming.co.uk.
Yeah. And what we'll do is when we'll put plenty of tags up with the show post for this as well, so you can find stuff through there. But yeah, anyway, we've probably jabbered on for a lot longer than we actually planned to about that.
I've run out of beer.
Another beer time. So we'll love you and leave you guys, and we will probably be back very soon with a very excited Prospero episode. So take it easy, guys. I shall see you all later.
See you at the bar.